Hi friends, welcome to our channel, Kirali. I'm RJ, and in this video I'm going to teach you the beginner steps on solving this 3x3x3 Rubik's Cube English edition. But let me warn you first, okay, that my English is nowhere near as good as Miss Kite or Maring Kite. So, yeah, please bear with me. So, if you don't know anything about the cube and you really want to solve it, this video is for you. Okay. Also, if you can already solve this cube and you think you're still in the beginner's level, you might want to check this out also, because you might get something helpful here. Before we start, let me thank you guys first for continuously supporting our channel. And if you're new here, click the subscribe button followed by the notification bell so you will get updates on our future videos. Okay. Alright, so let us start by knowing some important things about the Rubik's Cube that we will be needing in solving it later. Okay, so first we need to know that a cube has 6 faces. Okay, so each face has different color. For example, this one is white face, on the opposite side is yellow. Okay, yellow face. This one is blue, and the opposite side is green, and orange, and the opposite side is red. Okay, all in all, they only have 6 colors. Okay, next thing we need to know is this one. We'll call it centerpiece. Okay, centerpiece. This one, the one in the middle. Centerpiece. Centerpiece, 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 centerpiece. Okay. The color of the centerpiece is the color of that whole face. Okay. So if you need to solve, for example, this face, white face, when it's rumbled, all you need to do first is locate the centerpiece, white centerpiece, and then find these pieces on the side and put them beside this one. Okay, if you want to solve this green colored face, you need to find the green centerpiece first. Okay, same with everyone. Okay, next you need to know this one. This one we'll call it edge piece. Okay, the one in the middle. This one, edge piece, edge piece, edge. And edge pieces have 2 colors, as you may notice. Okay, this one, this one green and orange. This one green and red. The one with the pieces with 2 colors, we'll call it edge piece. Okay, 2 colors, orange and yellow, yellow and red. Okay, red and white, red and orange. This one. Okay, next, last thing we need to know is this one, the pointed pieces, which is obviously in the corners, so we'll call it corner pieces. Okay, and corner pieces have 3 colors. Okay, like this one, green, red, and yellow. Okay, this one is yellow, blue, and red. Okay, blue, orange, yellow. So that means it has 3 colors. You cannot put it here in the edge position of the edge pieces. Okay, because edge pieces only have 2 colors, and vice versa. You cannot put this one here. Okay, so we're done with that important pieces. Let's move on to the movements. Okay, you're going to see letter R. Okay, R for right. Letter L for left. This one, left side. F for front. This one, the only front side. B for back, back side. Okay. U for upside, and D for down. Depends on which side you're going to choose as your front. Okay, if you're going to choose this one as your front side, blue, meaning this one is your right side, this one is your left side, this one is your U, upside, this one your down, D side, and this one is your back side. Okay, or green because your front is blue. Okay, and if you see that letter R, okay, in the steps I'm going to give you later, if you see letter R, that means, okay, you need to move this right side clockwise. Okay, you need to rotate this clockwise once. Okay, so like that, R. Okay, 90 degrees clockwise, R. Okay, if you see letter L, meaning the left side, you'll need to move the left side clockwise 90 degrees. Okay, or one move, one rotation. Okay, clockwise. U, when you see the letter U, that means you need to move the upside once clockwise. Okay, rotate once clockwise. Okay, like that. Okay, U. And D down, when you see letter D, that means you need to move this down clockwise. Rotate once. Okay, clockwise. Once or 90 degrees. Okay, front, F. If you see the letter F, that means this one. You need to rotate this clockwise like that once. Okay, and also for the back, if you see the B, letter B, you need to rotate this like that. Okay, clockwise once. Okay, also you're going to see those letters with apostrophe. Okay, and we're going to call it prime. For example, R apostrophe. R apostrophe, we're going to read it as R prime. L apostrophe, L prime. U apostrophe, U prime. D apostrophe, D prime. F prime, and B prime. Okay, when you see those letters, R prime, for example, you're going to rotate this right side counterclockwise once. Okay, counterclockwise. Prime means counterclockwise. Those apostrophe, when you see those apostrophe, that means counterclockwise. Okay, R prime, this one is counterclockwise. L prime, L left side counterclockwise, like that. Okay, U prime, up counterclockwise, like that. Okay, D prime, down counterclockwise, is like that. Okay, F prime is like this. Okay, and B prime is this. Okay, so again, depends on which color you're going to pick as your front side. Okay, if this is your front, if you pick this yellow face as your front, then this will be your right, this will be your left. Okay, this will be your up, down, and back. Okay, and prime is counterclockwise, and letters without apostrophe is clockwise. Okay, again, one last thing, you're going to see those letters with number 2. Okay, for example, R2. Okay, again, we're going to pick this red face as our front. So if you see the R with number 2, say R2, that means you need to rotate this right side twice. Okay, like that. Okay, 1, 2. Either way, clockwise or counterclockwise, just end result will be the same. Okay, this one L2, 1, 2. Okay, U2, 1, 2. Okay, D2, down 2, 1, 2. Okay, twice. Okay, F2, 1, 2. like that. Okay, and B2 1 2. Okay, back, this one the back. So that's just it for the movements. Okay, now that we already know the important parts of the cube and the letters for movements, okay, let me just give you an overview of how we're going to solve this 3x3 Rubik's Cube for beginners. Okay,
Wow!
so beginner steps is composed of 7 parts. Okay, for the first part, okay, let me just shuffle this for you. Okay, so for the first part, we're going to solve the cross. Okay, but first we need to pick a color first, which we're going to solve first. Okay, so for this video, we're going to choose the white side. Okay, we're going to solve the white side first. That means we're going to locate the white centerpiece, and then for part 1, after locating the white centerpiece, okay, for part 1 we're going to solve the cross. Part 1, cross, meaning we will search for the edge pieces with white. Okay, and then put the white side beside this white centerpiece. White. Okay, that's for part 1. Then part 2, we're going to put the corner pieces here with white. Okay, so that after the first 2 parts, we'll be able to solve this side. Okay, white, and then this one, we'll be able to solve this first layer. Okay, and then we'll put the white face downwards. And then for part 3, we're going to solve this second layer. Okay, meaning we're going to locate again the correct edge pieces here and put them on the correct location. For example, here we're going to look for red and green edge piece here. Put it here. This one, we're going to put the red and red and blue here, blue and orange here, and orange and green here. Okay, so that's for part 3. After that, we'll be able to solve this, and then for part 4, we'll solve the cross here on the yellow side. Okay, and then for part 5, we'll put the these edges on the correct location. For example, here we will put the yellow and orange here, yellow and green here, yellow and red, and yellow and blue here. Okay, so that they'll be on the correct location. Okay, then for part 6, we're going to put the corner pieces on the right location. Okay, corner pieces with yellow. For example, here we're going to locate the yellow, orange, and blue corner piece and put it here. Okay, same here. Yellow, green, and orange, we'll put it here. Yellow, green, and red here, and yellow, red, and blue here. Okay, that's for part 6. And then for part 7, we'll correct the orientation of the corner pieces so that after that the cube will be solved. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Let's begin. Now let's begin. For part 1, what we need to do first is to choose which color are we going to solve first. Okay, and for this video, I'm going to pick the white color. Okay, so that means if we want to solve the white face first, we need to find the white centerpiece first. Okay, if you want to solve the blue color first, you need to find the blue centerpiece first. Okay, so I'm going to solve the white color here. So here's the white centerpiece. Okay, next thing we need to do is to solve this cross. Okay, white cross. So that means again we need to find these edge pieces with white color on it. Okay, so in this case we already have two edge pieces with white, but don't get excited yet. Okay, we need to check the other color, because as you remember, edge pieces have two colors. Okay, in this case this is white and red, so this red should be beside the red centerpiece. So what are we going to do? Rotate this, okay, so that it will be on this side, beside the white centerpiece. Okay, so this one is its correct location. Okay, next, take a look at the other edge piece with white. The other color is blue, so we need to put this one here. Okay, this one here. So how are we going to do that without breaking this one? Because we already put this on the right location. Okay, what we need to do is to flip this over. Okay, put the white face facing downwards. Okay, and then rotate this one upwards and put it beside the yellow centerpiece. Okay, put the color white beside the yellow centerpiece, and then if you have this, we can now rotate this to where it should be, beside the blue centerpiece, like this. Okay, if it's now beside the blue centerpiece, we can return it back there at the white. So there it is. Now we have two correct edge pieces already. Okay, white and red and white and blue. Okay, so yeah, that's one of those cases you will encounter when you're trying to solve this Rubik's. Okay, sometimes after you shuffle it, you have 2 or 3, or when you're lucky, you will have 4 edge pieces here with white. Okay, but in the wrong position. So what you need to do is like that. You put it the color white beside the yellow center piece first, then rotate it to the right location, and then rotate it back. Okay, next thing we need to do, okay, a tip for this, because solving this cross has no, we don't have specific steps on this. Okay, we only have to use a little bit of our imagination.
Wow.
So just follow the tips that I'm going to give you, so that you can solve it easily. Okay, next, what we need to do is, okay, this first tip, okay, in order for us to solve it easily, you need to look at the yellow side, okay, of the cube, because we're solving the white side. So we need to look at here and then see if there are edges here that has white color in it. Okay, and then because it's going to be easier for you, Okay, you will just rotate it to the right, beside the right centerpiece, and then rotate it back downwards. Okay, so in this case we don't have any edge pieces here with color white, so we were going to look here at the side. Okay, okay, here, what's this, white and orange. Okay, in this case, okay, as I have said, what we need to do is put it beside the yellow centerpiece first, but as you can see, it is already, the orange side is already beside the orange centerpiece. So what you need to do is just put it down here, okay, beside the white centerpiece. Okay, so we only need one, this one. Okay, so how are we going to, okay, if you find case like this, what you need to do is, again, put this white color beside the yellow centerpiece. How are we going to do that? If the edge piece is here or here, up or down, now in this case it's in the lower part, what we need to do is just put it here, either side. Okay, like that or like that. Okay, or if it's in there, just put it here or here. Okay, next, when it's originally it's here. Okay, so what we need to do is put it here. Okay, and then we can now put it here beside the yellow centerpiece, like this. Okay, but again, be careful in doing so. We're going to break this one piece, this one edge piece, which is red and white. So what we need to do, we need to bring it back there. Okay, so yeah, when we put it up there, this one, remove it first. Okay, remove it from this side so that we can bring this back down. Okay, so when we remove that, okay, it's already not here, we can move it back there. Okay, to its correct position, and then as you can see, this one, the edge piece with white and green, white is beside the yellow centerpiece and green is beside the green centerpiece, then we can just rotate it downwards like that. Okay, now we already solved the white cross. And in order for you to say that it is in the correct position, okay, you need to look at the other colors. If it's beside the same color centerpiece, okay, like this one, red centerpiece, green centerpiece, okay, orange centerpiece, and blue centerpiece. Okay, so that's part 1, solving the cross. Okay, now for part 2, okay, what we need to do is to solve the corners. Okay, so we need to look for corners with color white. Okay, in this case, we're so lucky, okay, that we already have this one, and it is already in the correct position. How can we say that it is in the correct position? Because this is white, blue, and red corner piece. Okay, so red center, blue center, and white center piece. Okay, so there, it is in the correct position. Okay, next is this one. We have this white, green, and as you can see, white, green, and red, but it is in the position of the green and orange, white, green, and orange. So this is not its correct position. We need to move it here later. Okay, so we only have one correct corner piece here. So what we need to do again is flip this over, color white facing downwards. Okay, and then look up here on the third layer. Look here for a corner piece with white, okay, like this corner piece with white, because we're solving for color white. So we're solving color white, so we need to locate for white here. So like this. This one is white, green, and orange. Okay. Well, first thing we need to do again is to put this across the place where it should be. Okay. So this one is orange and blue, not here, because this one is orange and green. So we rotate it like this. Now it is in the correct, or across the correct location. Okay, should be here because this is orange and green. Okay, now when it is across the right location, what we need to do is put the color white facing us. Okay, facing you. Face the white color, and then we're going to put it here. So how are we going to do that? First, we need to move this one here. It is in the left side, so we need to move it here on the right side. Okay, move it where you can still see it. Okay, like this, not like that, because if you do that, you won't be able to see it. Already it's in the back. Okay, so you need to put it here where you can see it, and we're going to put it here. So we move this up like that. Right, and then return this here like this, and then return this back. Okay, so there it is, the white, green, and orange piece, corner piece. Okay, in the correct position. Next, again, we look for corner piece here with white, like this one. Okay, what's this? White, green, and red. So we're again put it across the spot where it should be. This one here, red and green, right? White, red, and green, green, red, white. So it should be here. Okay, now what we need to do again, if it's already across its right location, put the white piece facing you. Okay, and then we're going to put it here. So we need to move it aside first here. Okay, before we have the white piece here on the left, we move it on the right. Now we have the white piece on the right, we need to move it here on the left. Okay, where we can still see it. Okay, not here at the back, because we can't see it already. So we need to put it here on the left. Okay, and this is its correct position, so we need to move this up like that, and then return this here, then return this downwards. Okay, so there it is, the green and red, white, green, and red. Okay, next, what else we need to solve is this one. So again, we will try to look for something here with white. Nothing, because the one that we're looking for is already there. Okay, the white, orange, and blue, it's already there, but it is in the wrong orientation. Okay, so we need this white color here, blue here, and orange here. So what we need to do is to remove this first here. Okay, remove it. So we move it upwards like that. Okay, and then of course we need to bring this back down. Okay, so that this pieces won't break. So move it up. Okay, so and remove it from this side. Put it here, or either here or here. So we put it here so that we can see another case. Okay, so and then bring this back down again. This one, another case, you can encounter this on your way solving the cube. You can encounter this corner with white piece facing upwards or beside the yellow center piece. So if you have this, because you know what we need to do really first is to look for white here, and then it is easy. Okay? It is easier to solve when the color white is in here at the side. Now if it's on top facing upwards, what we need to do again is to put it across the location it should be. Okay, so orange and blue here, orange and blue. Okay, so again what we need to do is rotate this like that, this side. So we will put this on the back like that. Okay, here, and then put it here like that, this one, and then bring this back down so that everything is okay, still okay here. Okay, now that, as you can see, the color white is already on the side. So again we put it across its location. Okay, so here it is, blue and orange. So it should be here. So what we need to do is again put it across its location, and then put the color white facing you. Okay, and then move it here. It is on the left side, so we move it on the right side like that, and then we will bring this up, bring this back, then bring this down back. Okay, so there, part 2, we were able to solve the corner pieces. Okay, so after that the white side is already solved. Okay, and also this side. Okay, so you can see red, and it's on the right correct color centerpiece. Okay, so red, you will be able to solve this one. Green centerpiece, so green. Okay, orange, and blue. Okay, so it's like you have a small letter T. Okay, small letter T. Just focus on this first. Okay, don't disregard this first. Okay, so that's part 2. Now for part 3. We're going to solve this second layer. Okay, because in part 1 and 2 we're able to solve the white face and then the first layer. For part 3 we're going to solve this second layer, so that means we need to locate for these 8 edge pieces and put it on the correct location. Okay, so in this case we already have one correct, okay, which is blue and red. Okay, it's already there, so we're lucky.
Wow.
So what we need to do again is look up here for an edge piece without color yellow. Okay, so this one is blue and orange. Okay, yeah. When you see something like this, first thing you need to do is next thing you need to do is put this color beside the same colored centerpiece, which is blue. Okay, because sometimes, okay, you will be able to see it like this. So yeah, blue and orange. So this is blue. You're going to put it beside the blue centerpiece. Okay, like that. So you will be able to form a vertical line. Okay, like this. Now, where are we going to put it? So it should go here. Okay, blue and orange. Okay, here is its location. So next thing we need to do, when you already form a straight line, okay, we're going to put it here on the left side. Okay, so what we need to do is move it away, move it to the right. We're going to put it on the left side, so we move it away to the right. This one here. Okay, because sometimes when we have the case that it should go here on the right side, then we will move it here on the left side. So now it's going here to the left side, so we need to move it away to the right side. Okay, now it's there. We move it up, this one, then bring this back. Okay, then bring this back, so like that. So after that move, you can see that these two will be paired. Okay, blue and orange, and this corner with white. From here, we're going to put it back here. Okay. So how are we going to do that? How do we do that? From part 2, okay, put it across where it should be, and then face the white side towards you. Okay, now it's on the right side, so we move it aside first to the left side, like that. Then bring this up, bring it back. So there it is. Okay, the blue and orange. Next, again, we need to look for an edge piece here without yellow. Oh, there's none. Ay, nako. In this case, as you can see, we already have the two pieces here. Okay, on the right location, but it is on the wrong orientation. Okay, and as you can see, my cat is seeking attention. Okay. Next, okay, so here, what we need to do is to remove this first. Okay, so let's say we're going to put this one here. Okay, so that our move will be towards the right, because earlier we moved the edge piece to the left. Now we're going to move it to the right, like. Okay, so let's remove this first, because we need to reorient this. This red color should be here, okay, and green should be here. So how do we do that? remove this, replace it with this orange and yellow. So how can we put this here? So we're going to put it here to the right, so we need to move it away first to the left, like that here. Okay, and then move it up. Okay, there, then bring it back, bring it back. Okay, now the corner piece with white is in there, so just rotate your cube, then put the white color facing you. Okay, it's going here, so it is on the left side, so we need to put it on the right side first, like that. Okay, put it up, this one, bring it back, and bring it back. So there it is. And then the edge with orange and yellow is already here. Now where's the other piece? This one. The red and green. So red, we need to put it beside the red centerpiece. Okay, so yeah, again, vertical line, vertical straight line. Then we're going to put it here to the right. So again, we move it away first to the left because it is going to the right. Okay, here, put it up. Okay, bring it back, this one back and back. Okay, now again they're together, the two pieces, corner piece and the edge piece with the green and red. So we're going to put it back here, so face the white color. Okay, put the white color facing you. Okay, then is here on the left, so we move it to the right first, like that, and then put it this one upwards, and then bring it back, bring it down, back down. Okay, so there it is, we reoriented it. Okay, now we only have one. Again, we need to remove this from here because we need to reorient it. Okay, remove this from here, then bring it back. Okay, say again, let's say we're going to put this here again to the left. So what we need to do is put it away first to the right, like that here, because we're going to put it here. So then bring this up. Okay, bring this back and back. Okay, now we need to bring this corner piece back here. So put the color white facing you. Okay, so it's here on the right side, so we need to put it on the left side, like that. Okay, then bring this up, bring this up, and bring this back down. Okay, so there, the orange and yellow is there. It replaced the disoriented edge piece, so we need to find that there. Orange and green, orange and green. So this one is orange, so we need to put it beside the orange centerpiece, like that. Okay, now we already have a straight vertical line. Okay, we're going to put it here to the left, so rotate it first far away from here. So we need to rotate it to the right because we're going to put it here to the left side. And then after that, we put it up, rotate it upwards. Okay, then bring this back, and then back. Okay, now that they're together. Rotate the cube so that the white color is facing you. Okay, now we will put it back here. Right, so it's on the right side, put it on the left side first, like that, then bring this up. Okay, back, back, pair. Okay, now we already solved the second layer. Okay, solve the white face, first layer, second layer. Okay, that's part 3. Next, for part 4, okay, what we need to do is to solve the cross here on the yellow side. Okay, because we're able to we're already done with the first and second layer. Now we need to solve this cross at the at the last layer. Okay, so yeah, you're going to see how many, three different cases here, or 4. So yeah, after doing this third part, after doing part 3, sometimes you'll be able to see that the cross here is already solved. Okay, sometimes you already see just 2 like this in angle. Sometimes you will see just a straight line. Okay, and sometimes you'll see nothing. You'll just see the centerpiece. Okay, so yeah, like this one. Wait. Okay, like this one. Okay, sometimes you will see it like this. We need to solve the cross, so what we need is the edge pieces with yellow. Okay, so sometimes you'll see it like this, and sometimes you'll see it like this. Okay, we have 2 in angular. Okay, and sometimes you'll see it like this, straight line. Okay, just disregard the corner pieces yet for this part, because what we need, we need the edge pieces. Okay, so you can find this, or if you're lucky, after solving the second layer, if you're lucky, you'll find this cross. Okay, again, disregard this corner pieces, because on this part we only need to solve the cross. Okay, so if you're lucky, you'll be able to find this one after solving the second layer. Okay, and then you may now skip that part 4. Okay, and then part 5 is orienting the side like this. So again, if you're so very lucky, you'll be able to find this. Then you will skip the part 5. Then part 6 is, again, put these corners on the right orientation. Okay, so going back to part 4. Okay, I'm going to for this part, you will have steps to follow. Okay, so how many steps that? 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, 6. You will need to follow 6 steps for this part. Okay, so yeah, that's F, okay, R, U, R prime, U prime, and F prime. Okay, so if you encounter this case, okay, wherein there's nothing in there, what you need to do is just do that steps. Okay, that's 6 steps like this. Okay, choose which side you want to be on front. So if you want to be this, you want this red in front, then do it like this: F, R, okay, U, R prime, U prime, F prime. Okay? And after doing that, you'll see you're going to form an angle. Okay? This is the other case. So sometimes after solving the second layer, you will be able to find this angle. Okay? So what we need to do is to perform that steps again. Okay? But be careful. Okay? Again, because be careful. So because you need to put this angle on the right orientation, right location, so that you will be able to solve. You will be able to see progress. Okay? Because if you do it like this, facing the angle is facing southwest. Okay, let's try it. So F R U R prime U prime F prime. Okay, as you can see, nothing happened, right? It's still facing southwest. Okay, so if you do it again, if you do it like this, facing northeast. Okay, F R U R prime U prime F prime. Okay, and tada, still facing still the same. Okay, northeast. Okay, nothing happened, no progress. So what we need to do is to either put it like this, facing what's this, southeast, or is northwest. Okay, okay, let's try. When you do it like this, northwest, so F R U R prime U prime F prime. Okay, you'll be able to form a straight line. Okay, so yeah, if you're going to do the angle facing here, southeast, you'll be able to form this straight line, vertical line. Okay, and for this northwest, you'll be able to form horizontal line. So if you have this line, straight line, what you need to do is to position it like this, horizontally. Okay, because if you position it vertically and then perform that steps, the result will be centerpiece, only centerpiece. This will go down back here. Okay, so what you need to do is do it like this, horizontally, and then perform the steps. Okay, so F R U R prime U prime and F prime. So there, we already solved the cross. Okay, so that's part 4. That's easy. Okay, next, for part 5, what we're going to do is to solve this, put these edge pieces on its correct location like this. Okay, so yeah, yellow and blue, right, should be here, but this one, yellow and orange, should be here, and this yellow and green should be here, and this one, yellow and red, should be here. Okay, so we need to position that in their correct location. So how are we going to do that? So if we just rotate and rotate again, if we rotate it like this, you will see we have two edges in the correct position. Okay, but the other two are incorrect. So for this one, again, we will have series of steps that we need to do to follow. Okay, so how many is that? There are 8 steps, 8 moves. Okay, so R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime. Okay, so yeah, like that. So yeah, but again, we cannot just do that. Okay, we need to rotate this top layer wherein there's only one edge piece in the correct location. Okay, so like this one, you have 2 edges on the correct position, so it's not like that. Okay, we need to rotate it again so that there's only one on the correct position, like this one, yellow and orange, so it's in the correct position. This one, wrong, wrong, wrong. Okay, so this is what we need. Okay, only one on the correct position. Okay, it's either this one or this one, blue, because okay, if we rotate it blue, put it beside the blue centerpiece, and look around, this one wrong, and yellow and red wrong, yellow and orange wrong. Okay, but no, let's pick this one. Okay, yellow and orange, yellow and orange, put it in the right position, and this one wrong, 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 wrong. Okay, so if we have this one, hold the cube so that it is the correct one facing you. Okay, and then perform the steps that I told you. Okay, so what is that? R, okay, R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, 1, 2, R prime. Okay, so as you can see, this edge, yellow and orange, is still in the correct position, and if we look around, okay, this one is in the correct position already, this one correct, okay. So yeah, but after that first first series of moves, and you don't get the correct positioning, then just do it again. Okay, so here's another case that you may encounter here, okay, in this part. So as I've said, we need to position the edges so that there's only one edge piece on the correct position, like this. If we choose this one, red, yellow and red, and put it beside the red, you can, if you will look around, you will see this one is green on the wrong position, green and blue, but this one is orange, so it's in the right position, so we cannot do that. Okay, next, if we rotate and see this one, blue on the correct position, this one wrong, red and orange, green. Okay, so there, wherever you rotate, you will find 2 edges on the correct position. So if you meet this case, what you need to do is just perform the steps anyways. Okay, the 8 steps. So yeah, let's do it. So pick whichever side you want. Okay, just pick whichever side you want. Okay, so let's just try this one, red and yellow. So R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime. Okay, so after that, and take a look around. Okay, and then we try to put one edge piece on the correct location. So this one orange and yellow, this one is blue and green, this one is green and red and blue. So yeah, this is the case we want. Okay, only one edge piece on the correct position, and then let's perform the steps. Okay, or how about this one? Let's try this one. Yellow and blue. Okay, look around. Orange and red, wrong. Red and green, wrong. Green and orange, wrong. So okay, let's try this one. Okay, let's do the 8 steps, 8 moves. So R, U, okay, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime. So as you can see, the blue and yellow is still here, and the other edge pieces are still not in the correct position. Okay, so if that's the case, then just do it again, do the steps again, the moves again. Okay, put the one in the correct position in front of you. Okay, this one, and then let's do the moves again. Okay, so R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime. Okay, so yellow and blue is still there, and then the other edges are now in the correct position. Okay, so that's part 5. Okay, so for part 6, okay, what we need to do is to put the corner pieces on its right location. Okay, so let's take a look around part 6. Okay, this one is yellow, red and green, so it is in the correct position because this one is green, red and yellow. It is in the correct position, but it is in the wrong orientation. Okay, so but still it is in the correct position, so this is what we want. Okay, next, this one is orange, blue and yellow, so this is wrong. Okay, because this one is red and blue, this one is blue and orange, so wrong. This one is orange and green, so again wrong because this one is blue and orange. This one is red and blue, even if the yellow color is already here, it is not the correct piece here. Okay, because this one is orange and green, so we only have one correct corner piece on the right position. Okay, here again we have moves to follow. Okay, 8 moves, so here they are. R prime, U, L, U prime, R, U, L prime, U prime. So that's it. But again, we cannot just do it anywhere we want. Okay, we need to hold the cube on the right position. So like this, we cannot just move it around. Okay, this top, because the edges are already in the correct position. So what we need to do is just rotate the whole cube. Okay, so that the correct corner piece will be on the upper left, okay, or the back left. This one, what's this? Green and red, and yellow, okay? In the upper left or back left, okay? Back left, okay? In the farther end left side, okay? So if it's already there, then let's do the moves, okay? So R prime, U, L, U prime, R, U, L prime, U prime. Okay, so after doing that, as we can see, the first one, the corner that's on the right position is still there, okay, disoriented still, and then the other pieces are already in the correct position, and we're lucky that we already got these two in the correct position and correct orientation, okay? Wow. So this one, orange, green, yellow. This one, orange, blue, yellow. And this one is blue, red, and yellow. And this one. Okay, so yeah, that's part 6. Okay. Again, for part 6, okay, you will encounter this case, okay? You'll be able to encounter this case that, you know, no corner pieces are no one in the right location, okay? So you can see this one is orange and blue, orange and green. This one is orange and green, okay? Wrong. This one is green and red, wrong. And this one is red and blue, wrong. So if you find a case like this, just perform the steps, okay, so that it will be shuffled, okay? So let's do it. R prime, U, L, U prime, R, U, L prime, U prime. Okay, after that, as you can see, this one is already in the right position, okay? What's this? Red and blue, okay? Red, blue, and green, and yellow. This one is blue and orange, so still wrong. This one is red and green, wrong. Okay, because this is orange and green. This one orange and blue should be, but the corner piece here is orange and green, so wrong. Okay, now we have one corner piece in the right location. So what we need to do is put it on the upper left or back left, and then perform the moves, 8 moves, okay? So R prime, U, L, U prime, R, U, L prime, U prime. Okay, so after that, this one is still in the correct position. This one, orange and blue, okay, right? This one, orange and green, on the correct position, and this one, red and green in the correct position. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so for the last part, okay, for this one, no corner pieces in the right orientation, so we need to correct them all. Okay, so for this one, we need to follow one set of moves. Okay, 4 moves. So R prime, D prime, R, and D. Okay, so that's just it, 4 moves. Okay, so for this one, you can pick any color to be in front. So for example, let's pick this blue. Okay, and make sure that the corner you're going to solve is on the upper right, on the right side. Okay, so this one. So let's do it. So if we pick this blue color in front, this will be the one in front until we finish the steps. Okay, until we solve the whole cube. So let's do it. So R prime, D prime, R, D. One more. R prime, D prime, R, D. Okay, still nothing. R prime, D prime, R, and D. Nothing. One more. R prime, D prime, R. Okay, so and D. There. Sometimes when you see this corner piece already in place, you will be able to forget to complete the steps, the D. Okay, so don't forget that. Okay, because if you forget that, you will ruin everything. Oh, no. Now when it's done, we'll just rotate this top layer so that we will put another corner piece here on the upper left, upper right corner. Okay, and then do the moves again. Okay, still the blue face is in front. Okay, don't worry about the other parts that's broken, it will return later. Okay, so let's do it. R prime, D prime, R, D. R prime, D prime, R, D. Okay, so there, correct. Okay, next we rotate this one again so that we have this another corner piece to put in the right orientation. So we do the steps again. So R prime, D prime, R, D. Okay, one more. R prime, D prime, R, D. One more. R prime, D prime, R, D. Okay, one more. R prime, D prime, R, D. Okay, so there it is again in the correct orientation. Then just rotate again this top layer so that let's put the last corner here, last corner piece that we need to solve. Okay, okay, still the blue face in front. So R prime, D prime, R, D. One more. R prime, D prime, R, D. Okay, so there it is. Just rotate it like that, and then it is solved. Ta-da! That's part 7, and that's how you solve a cube for beginners. Right? So there you have it, solving the 3x3x3 Rubik's Cube for beginners. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something from it. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please click the subscribe button followed by the notification bell so you will get updates on our future videos. Okay, so see you in the next one. Thank you, babush.